Hey guys, welcome back. I'm super excited because as I mentioned in my last video, I purchased 5 new plants and today I have 4 out of 5 plants to show you. I'm not sure where the other one is because there have been no updates, but let's get into it. So here's the box that it came in. All of the plants that I got were really well packaged. Got my little box cutter. I really wish I would have filmed myself opening the other ones, especially the bigger plant that I got. This plant in particular came from the Planted Veteran on Etsy. I'll link all the shops that I got these plants from down below. There's a heat pack right there because I always order heat packs in the wintertime because it's literally freezing outside. And this is what it looks like. Just gonna slit that. And this, my friends, is a Hoya, obviously. Let's get her out of this though. There's like a zip tie around there. I'm just gonna go cut that really quick. Okay. And this is my brand new Hoya calistophylla. I think that's how you say it. I did get another Hoya and it looks kind of similar to this one, but they're definitely really different. This Hoya has not been on my wish list, but when I was plant shopping, I did come across this one and I just had to have it. I'm like, should I take off this stuff? I think I'm gonna leave all of this in here. But wow, this is so gorgeous. I'll put a picture of the plant that I ordered right here just so you can see the plant I ordered versus the plant that I got. Now noticing is that I ordered a 4-inch pot of Hoya calistophylla and I got a 3-inch pot. I did just message the seller about it, so I will keep you guys updated, but how annoying. Typically, I'll message the seller and ask for pictures of the exact plant that I'll be getting, but if I'm being honest, I didn't do that for any of the plants that I ordered. But I've really been wanting to add some more Hoya in my collection because I really only have Hoya pubicalis, Hoya obovata, and Hoya serpens. I also have Hoya crimson princess. Do I have any other Hoyas? No, but I only have 4 different Hoya and there's so many different types. So I'm really excited to be branching out a little bit and hopefully we can get a bloom because the blooms are really, really beautiful. Okay, the second plant that I got was on my wish list for a really, really long time. But when I stopped buying plants for a little while back in 2023, I kind of forgot all about this plant. And that is my new Hoya finlaysonii or finlaysonii. I'll put the name at the bottom. So I got my Hoya finlaysonii on Etsy from a plant shop called The Rare Plant Company. The print on this plant is kind of similar to the Hoya calistophylla. What I did find really cool is that the blooms on the Hoya finlaysonii and the Hoya calistophylla look really similar. These are the Hoya calistophylla blooms and then these are the Hoya finlaysonii blooms. And I had no idea that they looked that similar until I just looked them up a few minutes ago. But it doesn't matter anyway because every time I get a peduncle on my Hoya, it just stays a peduncle forever. So if you guys have any tips on getting my peduncles to bloom, please let me know. I'm just so excited to be adding new plants to my collection, especially new Hoya, because like I said, I've just been looking at the same Hoya for so long now. So to see new leaves come out on new plant is gonna be so fun to watch. This one has a new leaf coming out. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's really small all the way down there. I'm gonna be really careful because if you have Hoya, you know that you can breathe wrong and the leaf will fall off. So it did come with a plastic piece to hang it in the window, so I might put this one in the window. I'm guessing it likes really high light like most Hoya. If you have either one of these 2 Hoya, leave all the care tips you can below because I've never had these in my collection before. And definitely let me know how you got them to bloom if you have any blooms on them. And by the way, all of these plants are staying in soil because I don't want to risk losing them just yet. But once they start growing and getting more acclimated to my environment that I have going on here, we might switch them to semi-hydro, but I definitely want to see more growth before doing so. I'd really like to save the best for last, but I just can't stop looking at this plant because it is a monstera Thai constellation. And when I tell you I got a way better plant than the one that I thought I purchased, I really did. I'll put a picture of the plant here that I thought I ordered versus this beautiful one that I got. And I obviously noticed it was different because the one that I ordered had 1 fenestration on the entire plant. And this one has 3 nice, big, lovely, mature fenestrations. And I could not have been happier when I opened this plant. I literally called everyone I knew and showed them my new plant because I just can't get over it. The Monstera Thai constellation has been on my wish list for a while. I think the only reason I never bit the bullet and bought it is because I do have several Monstera albos, so they're kind of the same plant. At least I thought they were until I actually got my hands on this Monstera Thai constellation. There's definitely a huge difference in the variegation. Let me show you another leaf. Look how beautiful this is. Oh my God. All of these new plants are so beautiful, but this is definitely my favorite of the bunch for obvious reasons. It came in this little pot right here, and I thought it was growing completely in sphagnum moss, which I was really happy about because it would be easy to switch to semi-hydro from moss. But the soil is about up to here because I did take a little peek, so it's only topped with moss. So she's gonna be staying in this little setup until I see roots coming out the bottom. Only because I've seen people in the past have major issues with the Monstera Thai constellation, so I don't want to join that club whatsoever. So like I said, I will be leaving all of these plants in here until I feel comfortable switching them to semi-hydro, just so I can ensure they don't die. I got this Thai constellation from a shop called the Plant Proper Company on Etsy. Like I said, I will link them below if you guys want to shop any of their plants. I do have to give compliments to the seller because this plant is absolutely freaking gorgeous. I will definitely be leaving a nice review because, I mean, come on. And is it just me, or were these plants like super expensive about 3 years ago? Like, I feel like these were more expensive than the Monstera albo, and now the albo is more expensive than the Thai constellation. Or maybe it's just the seller. I don't know. You guys tell me. Okay, last but not least, I have one more plant to show you guys, and it's a plant that I've already had in my collection, and I've killed multiple times. I think I had about 3 of these plants before, and they've just never thrived. They've always died. But we're gonna try again, of course. So I went ahead and got myself an alocasia dragon scale. And she looks all juicy because she just came out of the greenhouse. And she is in this little container because I bottom watered all of the plants like I used to when I had my plants in soil. I just feel like that's the best way to do it, and then drip a little bit of water on the top. But yes, she was butt chugging in this little container and sitting in the greenhouse. Guys, this plant was only $15. And I know dragon scales aren't that expensive anymore, but I feel like that's really a deal. To get one that looks this healthy, like not one leaf is tarnished, for 15 bucks on Etsy, that's a steal. This is honestly one of the most gorgeous dragon scales I've ever purchased. Like I said, I've purchased a lot of them, and none of them were as cheap as $15, and this is the nicest one that I've got. I feel like the alocasia dragon scale is really a staple in your plant collection if you can keep it alive. But honestly, this is a hard one for me. So if you do have any tips, please leave them below. This one looks very similar to the plant that I thought I was getting, and it's from Collective Plants on Etsy. Very nice shop to buy plants from. Definitely going to be leaving them a review as well. I cannot wait to see this plant grow and get some massive leaves in the future. I just know myself, and I know I'm gonna end up switching one of these to semi-hydro. Definitely not one of the Hoya because I have Hoya trauma. I got a Hoya GPS. I don't really remember the name of it, but it was the tiny little Hoya. I'll put a picture of it. I got that plant. I paid $120 for that tiny piece, and it died within a week. So I do have Hoya trauma, so I definitely won't be switching those Hoya to semi-hydro. Probably not the alocasia either, but I cannot promise you that my Monstera Thai constellation is gonna stay in soil because I've just had so much success with Monstera and semi-hydro, so I feel like it couldn't be that different, but I just am scared because of other people's experiences, you know? But don't be surprised if you see me transferring my Thai constellation to semi-hydro because that is my ideal setup. I also ordered a philodendron, which is not in the mail yet, and it doesn't say where it is in the mail. So if the new plant comes before I upload this video, I will put it in here. But that does bring me to the end of today's video. Give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Leave any tips below if you guys have any of these plants because your girl could use some help. Don't forget that I am having a giveaway, so make sure you comment under the video I posted right before this one. I'll link that video below as well. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram at Mother of Plants. Follow my Etsy at Palace of Propagations. And until my next video, bye guys.